Well, good morning. Welcome to Thought for the Day. Yesterday, Terry talked about and reflected on Black History Month. And today I thought I'd do something different and share with you a video that's been made by a young woman who herself is white, but has adopted black siblings. So sees the whole issue from a very different perspective. I hope you find this interesting. We'll talk to you again on Friday. God bless.
Black History Month, a time to give voice to a narrative once misappropriated, ignored, hidden for centuries. But let's make sure it's not skin deep. Make sure it's not a passing thought brought out once a year like a Christmas tree, but then kept under wraps. That's not dinner time chat. Let's be polite to avoid issues that might cause one to stop. Stone shattering the glass bell jar of a world of equality. Advancements in technology means the public now wield the same weapon as a news reporter, just on a shrunken screen. We have a vested power, as the last month suggests, to create a voice, spark political unrest. In 2020, George Floyd was shot, for once not by a gun, but shot by the camera's piercing eye. Phone sniper hand shaking, she captured this dying man's final cry that he couldn't breathe. He couldn't breathe and I couldn't speak, as curled up in my prosperity, exposed to me was the brutality of events previously screamed. And we had a platform to protest, to scream. We created art, music, dance, wrote poetry, expressed the injustice still rampant in our civilized society. And our voices were heard. Black towers flicking past like broken television screens on social media feeds, and juries stood up and passed a verdict guilty. In 2021, the bills were passed and the officers responsible were at last charged with their crimes of murder, manslaughter. And now they face a cell wall while their cell phone vibrates with the rallying call of a people celebrating this small act of justice passed at last, and we take a breath. But stop. Don't let this merely be another ephemeral fashion, a quintessential dream. A match that flares bright and then flickers to be no more than a memory of those who walk the street of white privilege identity blissfully free. I understand it's easy for me to talk about race beneath the protected shroud of a white identity. But Martin Luther King Jr. said in 1963 that he had a dream. It's the 21st century and that dream is far from reality. Fighting this battle is a responsibility of humanity. My adopted black sister, attending a school praised for its diversity, was still bullied for the colour of her skin. One day she told me she wanted to straighten her hair to look like the white girls on TV, and I cried. I cried because she has imbibed the Western world's definition of beauty, so she could never be content with what she could see in the mirror. The issue is not skin deep. For I believe that in the beginning God created humanity in His likeness free. So we have a responsibility to fight for God-ordained equality. Our Creator has stamped His blueprint on all mankind, so it is so twisted when we, by any degree, place labels, stratifications, boundaries in society. Racism is another symptom of humanity's most crippling disease. We are all infected with sin, a form of slavery by which we have broken relationally how we were designed to be. Can't we see the mess we cause when we usurp the rightful ruler, misplace our identities and put it in external appearances, race, nationality, the place where Jesus should rightfully be? So be active in uprooting our society, in de-weeding the infested cultural ideology, and create a world how God intended with equality. It takes more than sharing a square or donating to charity. It takes education and a willingness to understand respectfully that we, who do not share their skin tone, can never understand their story truly. Black history should not be sequestered to a month or paraded as the diversity feature on the curriculum display. Black History Month is about creating a dialogue to celebrate those figures that have helped shape our society, created our economy, not reduce them to merely victims of insubordination and slavery. But it's also a time for us to stop and reflect on the root cause of this rot. to dig deep into our hearts and our hopes and our hurts. Only in understanding we are inherently sick can we ever be free. Only in accepting Jesus Christ as Saviour can true healing be brought to humanity.